Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to Meyoki TV. This is a good morning. We are in the village in a place called Kilgoris. So this is Kilgoris area. I am taking care of cows along this village as an advocate of climate change and financing policy advocate in Africa. We are telling people to conserve the environment. In 1994, this place was a very, very big forest that we used to do what do you call this business of looking after wild animals like hyenas. These others are called hippopotamus. We used to chase them here. Elephants. It used to be like a natural reserve. It was a very, very big and forested area. And currently you can see how it looks like. People have burned charcoal without planting or without caring on what the future will look like. So you can now see, though we are still trying to tell people not to cut trees or to burn charcoal, but they are still not embracing the planting of trees. There are several types of what we call nature and forest conservation. We have something called afforestation, deforestation, and reforestation. Hey, those are classes of nature and forest conservation, whereby I'm going to discuss each and every one of them in details. Afforestation is the process of conserving nature. Forest conservation, that one is called afforestation, whereby you maintain the already available nature and forest as it is. You maintain the forest as it is, and that one. Hey, I'm trying to not to be very careful because there are still some wild animals in this area. So you can see as I continue walking around, I'm trying to be cautious of wild animals, things like hyenas, things like hippopotamus, giraffes, and the sort. So we have afforestation. It is the process of maintaining nature as it is. We have reforestation. Reforestation is trying to reclaim the cut already destroyed trees. So you can see that one. That one is what we call reforestation. This guy, because we have realized that there were several trees that were fell down here without planting to replace them. That one is called reforestation. So you can see here we are trying to conserve nature by planting trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are around 24 trees that have already been planted here. So we are trying to make sure that the trees are planted. When you cut one tree like that one is an eucalyptus. So we are trying to tell our people that immediately you cut one tree, you make sure that you plant 20. So that you cut one tree and then you plant 20 of them. That is called reforestation. So I think that one is very clear. We have now this one that is on a negative side, that is called deforestation. Deforestation is the felling down of trees without proper mechanism. I don't know whether I can be able to pass through here because this place seems to be very small, but I'll just try. This one is called, that one is called deforestation, and deforestation is I've managed. Deforestation is the process of cutting trees without care of planting any. It is very hot, and in fact it is very early in the morning and it is already hot. So the deforestation is the process of cutting or felling down trees without care of whether you plant others or not. Otherwise, that one is called deforestation. And now we also have several activities. In fact, all this is my land. I have around 150 acres here that are for nature and animal grazing. This one is for animal grazing, and whereby we also try to make sure that we conserve nature. So this is now what we call this one is what we are calling deforestation. Deforestation is that process whereby you cut trees, especially the indigenous trees, without planting or replacing them, like this one. Though this kind of trees, this tree is called Olchurai in Kimasai. It is an indigenous tree, but it is not. It is acacia tree, and it doesn't really have much value in terms of timber, but it is not recommended for cutting. So this is now the felling down or cutting of exotic trees. These ones are eucalyptus. You see now we have cut some eucalyptus here without planting any. So this one is called deforestation. So we are urging our people, please, wherever you are, please, whenever you cut trees, ensure ensure that you plant at least 20, so that in the event that maybe others might not survive, you will be able to do what? See this one? You'll be able to have at least 10 that will grow to maturity. So this is Masai Mara. We have come here very early as we wait for Christmas holiday 2025. Me with my family. So this forest or these bushes are very, very, very beneficial to people here, because it also serves as a place for relieving ourselves. We don't have toilets here. We go to these bushes and relieve ourselves. These are our toilets. These ones are our natural toilet areas. Just whenever we have even ceremonies, you just tell your people, hey, this side is for women, this side is for men. And now, so that you don't go and meet with your mother-in-law. So you be careful so that you don't go and meet with your mother-in-law in the bush. So you see now, this one is what we are calling, there's a lot of negligence here when it comes to forest conservation. And very soon, I'm going to take very stern and serious action on people who are cutting trees without planting. As you know, I have just recently been appointed Africa's climate change policy advocate for and policy for Africa. So you see now this area is good. As much as we are doing farming, we just conserve. We just plant maize like this one. This area, we recently planted maize. I planted maize on these 12 acres of land recently, because I'm even intending to plant sugarcane. But before that, you see, we are just now making sure that trees, indigenous trees, remain intact, even as we plant other form of crops, be it maize, be it sugarcane. We maintain what we call nature. So that's why I was saying it is very, very important to make sure that nature is maintained. There is like a small old lady that is passing there. She's a shosho, and she's also happens to be my neighbor. Another thing that we've not embraced well here is there is a lot of soil erosion. See, this is now the road, and now this road is impassable because of what we call soil erosion. Soil erosion is a situation whereby, due to degradation of a road as a result of heavy rains, and poor utilization because of maybe things like, you see, we've planted maize here. We have been planting maize here, but the trees are still intact. That is what we call nature conservation. So I don't know whether I can be able to pass here. We also have natural fencing. This kind of a fence is called Olkinawa, and as a result of natural fencing, this place has remained to be so we fence using that thing called Olkinawa. So this is now the road, but I usually mostly don't use this route because the road is too tiny, especially when I am using when it is raining. When it rains, see, these are eucalyptus trees that we plant every time we get an opportunity to cut one or two trees. Sorry, always kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. I continue bringing to you important information about nature, finances, climate change, and policy. Otherwise, I've begun a trip. I'm going to a place called Olgorian. And Olgorian is where we mine gold. I'm going to a place called Kilimapesa in Olgorian. Kilimapesa in Olgorian is a place whereby all gold, several tons. It's called tons, not tons, kilograms. By there, what is the SI unit of gold? I think kgs. Yes, it is kgs. So I'll bring to you all the things you need to know about gold. So we have come now. We have reached a place called Narok. This is now Narok. And you can see this place is called Oasis. It is called Oasis in Narok. And this is where we most of the time stop for refreshment. And we also have a lot of goats. We have goats here also. Now I've come here also to do a lot of refreshments. Otherwise, I'm just enjoying myself with this mango juice. This mango juice is Kenya shillings 150, which is I don't know how many dollars, almost $2. So that's our ride, and I'm seeing the driver is coming. A small boy. So this boy does not go to school. He's a hada. He takes care of the Otherwise, I'm on my way to Nairobi. It is now exactly 5 o'clock. So I'll be in Nairobi at around 9:30. It is almost 9:30 p.m. That's when I'll be in Nairobi. Hey. So at around 9:30, and that's when I'll be in Nairobi town. So we are just really Nairobi. Keep posted, subscribe, and always turn on the notification. Wacha walale. Hey. Juga simu yangu siende. So that's the only thing I'm buying. In fact, I'm not buying anything because I think it's enough that you just wanted to buy something small. You know, when you are coming from the village, it is always good to at least to have something that you promise people that you will bring when you come back. So now we are now crossing the road towards the place where I stay. I'm really tired. I'm looking forward for the time I'll be sleeping, and I think I'll sleep without turning. I'm going to sleep without turning. Kenyans, there's a flyover up here, but they like using shortcut. There's a flyover here, but we really like using shortcut. I'm waiting for the cars to get over. Kenyans. Then we got the other side. We are just Kenyans and we like shortcuts. So it is starting. I love now to cross. I can see the cars are. I didn't see that one coming. So now I think I'm almost. So that's what I was saying. It is not recommended to use that side. Crossing the road when there is a flyover on top. So, but because we are just naturally Kenyans, we often times find ourselves using that road instead of using the flyover. I'm trying to rush because I'm seeing it's getting dark here, and therefore I wanted to be there as much as possible, quickly as possible, before we meet up with those people that usually festival. Let me now have this phone.